is hell. Welcome, cursed ones.
Good evening, everyone. It's your worst nightmare and dream come true. I'm Adrian Hallowell, broadcasting live to you. It's been a little while, and I missed all of you. I hope you are all doing well this evening. Hawaiian shirt, yes indeed. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you to everybody for showing up today. Thank you to Purple for the resubscription. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, this actually is not like a new outfit I had commissioned or anything. This is just a generic Vroid outfit. Nothing to get too excited about, but yeah, I honestly kind of wanted to do something a little bit fun today. It's been a pretty rough last week or so, honestly. A lot of stuff going on. So, I kind of wanted to take a break from the stuff I've been doing because, you know, I've been playing a lot of the same games lately. So I thought we would take a one stream break rather. Do something just kind of silly and fun. So today is the beach episode, as you can tell by the title. And we're going to be playing Go Vacation. And if you've never heard of this game, it's one of the cutest games I think I've ever played in my life. And I'm excited to just mess around with it for a few hours and share it with you all. It's very low stakes, nothing that, nothing that you need to get too invested in. So hopefully you'll enjoy going on vacation with me. Different is worth celebrating, that is true. Yeah. The filler beach episode, yeah, exactly. But yeah, we won't spend too much time talking because I already did start very late. Today's been a day, and I just haven't been feeling very good lately. But, you know, we're here. What I do want to talk about briefly is, thank you for the head pats, Naka. The summer game shows. For those of you that actually did, oh, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you, Augustine, for the sticky note. Thank you for the hydrate. But yeah, thank you to everybody who showed up in the server to attend the live posting events during the summer game shows. That was really fun, and I'd like to do more of that from now on. I really enjoyed it. You absolutely called it with the Code Veronica announcement? Yeah, I'm so excited for that. There's a lot to talk about in terms of those announcements. We won't go over everything just because, you know, we can talk over some of it while I'm playing the game. But, yeah, of course, you know, we've got to talk about Resident Evil, and we have to talk about Persona. Sorry, needed to give some friends some dragon stuff I collected. I've been trying to sleep all day, but it's not worked. Oh, no worries, Purple. Believe me, I understand how difficult it is to attempt to sleep. So, I totally get it. Thank you for the resub. Give me the shirt. Welcome in, Bulgay. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us for today's beach episode. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you are doing well tonight. Yeah, so, how about Resident Evil Veronica? I am, so excited for that. I really, really am. I'm grateful that it's coming to Switch 2. I mean, after Requiem, I would have hoped so, but you can never be too sure. We'll get to that, because, it pertains to Persona. But I'm really, really excited for Resident Evil Veronica. I was combing over every single inch of that trailer looking for different things and just any details you could get. It looks so good. I'm so happy to have Claire back. It's been long overdue. I'm so happy to have... I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with Steve, to be honest. That's going to be very interesting, because his character was flawed, we'll say, in the original. Not unfixable, because in the railgun shooter on the Wii, the Dark Side Chronicles, it did have an abridged version of Code Veronica in it, and Steve was a much better character than he was in the original. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do in this remake. I heard they're fixing stuff from the original. Yeah, it's oh my god. Code Veronica is one of those games that is really good, but it is very uneven and flawed. Thank you for the lurk, Augustine. Yeah, it's very flawed, mainly because it was not actually developed by Capcom proper. It was developed by Nextech, which was a subsidiary of Sega. And you could tell that there was a lot of rough edges. It's one of the only games in the series where you can really soft lock yourself. I mean, I guess to a certain extent you can do that with the other games, but like, you have to be so bad at it that you legitimately like waste all your ammo and somehow, you know, like right before a boss or something like that. But even then, it's possible, as hard as it is, to take down enemies with like a knife and stuff, right? But in Code Veronica, you can legitimately like you switch characters midway through the game, and you can accidentally give over important weapons to one character that the other one can't access, and then you're kind of screwed. There's actually quite a few moments in that game where you can get soft locked, so yeah, just fixing that alone is going to be a massive improvement. And definitely some story stuff that they could improve. Because the game actually has a really good story. I do think Code Veronica is probably the first time in the Resident Evil series where the story kind of expanded beyond the base level, like, science horror vibe that they were going for in the first 3 games. And I'm actually excited that they do seem to realize that, and they're leaning into it, because they're like saying it's like a story of love, hate, and madness, which is a great way to sum up Code Veronica's plotline. Another thing I'm excited for is the music. Code Veronica and Resident Evil Outbreak have the most expansive soundtracks in the Resident Evil series, hands down. Like, it's not even a competition. Ooh, like I did in RE6. Used all my ammo and couldn't beat the last boss. Oh my god. Yeah, but see, RE6 is like... It's weird. It is definitely possible to do that in that game. Especially depending on what difficulty you're playing on. Same with Operation Raccoon City. There was a recent stream where I had actually talked about that. Like, Operation Raccoon City being a weird game that wants to be full-blown action, but, gives you almost no ammo at any given time. But yeah, Resident Evil Veronica is looking absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to play that. And Persona. Now, I'm in two minds about the Persona stuff. On the one hand, I think Persona 4 Revival looks great, even though I wasn't really on board with thinking it was too necessary at first, because Golden is a definitive version of Persona 4. Unlike Persona 3, which does not really have a definitive version, even after Reload, because it still doesn't have the female protagonist option, and other things that they didn't include. But Revival looks great. The animations look great. The graphics are pretty. My big issue with it? No Switch 2 version. Why? I don't understand. This is a thing that developers do that pisses me off, and I just don't get it. Like, throughout all of the summer game shows, right? We got to see Resident Evil Veronica, very graphically impressive game, very technically impressive game, is coming to the Switch 2 on day one. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, very technically impressive looking game, at least from what they've showed, coming to the Switch 2 on day one. Alien Isolation 2, likely to be a very impressive game. The first one was. Switch 2, day one. So why not? Oh, and how could I forget? Final Fantasy VII Revelation, day one, Switch 2. So why not Persona? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh, I got bones to pick with Modern Warfare 4. Please do tell. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Yeah, it's infuriating. I don't understand what is wrong with Atlus. They keep doing this, and it's annoying for Nintendo fans to always be treated like second-class citizens. I'd really like for it to stop. It is not even a wise business choice, so I don't know what their problem is, and I've seen some bad faith people saying things like, oh, well, did you ever consider that maybe it's just because, you know, the Switch 2 can't handle it? Like, I'm sorry. You think that the Switch 2 can't handle a turn-based RPG, which while pretty, is not that good looking, but it can handle rather, a massive open world, graphically intensive game like Final Fantasy VII Revelation, right? Or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, or Resident Evil Veronica. Yeah, no, that's not it. Why not? Because they're punk-ass bitches. That's how it feels to me, honestly, Dandy. Like, I don't understand. And then the same goes for Persona 6. It felt good to finally get a reveal of Persona 6 after all this time. But, you know, the trailer wasn't really a trailer at all. It was a teaser, and even that is being generous to what that was. It was, it was a logo. But as far as Persona 6 goes, I was quite surprised to see that the vibe is very entrenched in horror. And I, of course, am a huge fan of that. Do I think that the main game is going to retain that feeling? Probably no, sadly. I would like a more horror-based Persona. In fact, the funny part is, in my mind, when I would spitball, like, what the idea of a Persona 6 could look like, to me, thematically, I actually wanted them to theme it after horror, because I felt like there was a good opportunity for them to, there's a lot of stuff that they could cover, like, philosophically and from a societal perspective through the lens of horror. Like, it doesn't have to be a game that is scary, but, like, using horror iconography and such. So I was very shocked to see that it looks like it's going to be a pretty dark game, and it does seem to be embracing horror imagery. However, I do have a theory about what they're trying to do with the game. But let me read this first. If the Switch 1 can handle Borderlands 2 with 2 players on the same screen, why not Persona? Naka, that's a great question. That's a great question, and to me, I honestly think it's just Atlus being short-sighted. That's the nicest way I can put it. Especially because, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there's any player base that deserves to be shafted or should be shafted. However, I don't believe for one second that there is a larger player base or customer base on the Xbox for Persona than there is on the Switch 2. Especially because the Switch 2 is the top-selling console in Japan, which is where the game is made. And of course, where a good chunk of the Persona fanbase is. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox might as well not exist over there. So one must ask themselves, why would you exclude that player base from your product? It's baffling. It really is. There's no good reason for it, honestly. But it is something you get used to as a Nintendo fan. Some developers just don't value the platform for whatever reason, and then act surprised when a late glitchy port or something like that fails to sell. But what can you do? Let me read this first. Besides it being another Call of Duty game, which is already a valid point, just to start with, I'm interested in the setting being South Korea. Now, COD being COD, they're sticking to their safety units, i.e. Marines, SAS-141. I do like that they introduced a Korean military, but the opening doesn't make too much sense right now. It's like they're doing a town patrol, but in full combat gear. Town patrol doesn't do things like that, but I don't know the context either. Plus, it's interesting they're trying to get back to Modern Warfare 2019 with actual military-looking uniforms. Time will tell how long that lasts, which didn't seem long with the DLC they're already showing. Yeah, so I agree with you. I actually do like that they're that they have Korea as a setting for the game. I think it's very unique. And, you know, I mean, it's not something I think any, like, military shooter has done before, right? Unless I'm misremembering, maybe you can tell me otherwise. But, yeah, I do think it's a great change of pace. But, yeah, I'm curious to understand the nuance behind the opening as well. And I'm also curious to see, like you said, how long they're going to keep up with the idea that they're not going to lean into the ridiculous costumes and stuff. Like, I do hope that they stick to their guns. And, you know, we don't end up, like, a couple months in seeing Nicki Minaj dabbing over... I don't know, who's another random celebrity that we can get to be in Call of Duty. Billie Eilish, I don't know. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm expecting for like the Smiling Friends or Rick and Morty or something to jump into the battle or something silly. Wouldn't surprise me. Naka, you said the same thing. I just saw this. One day, that's my guess until they put Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj. Also, Stranger Than Heaven adding Tupac. Yeah, don't get me started on that. I was very confused. And I'm not the only one who was confused by that. It feels weird. Like, I don't know. It's not even the only person they're doing that with in Stranger Than Heaven. There's a Japanese actor in the game as well who passed away, whose likeness is being used for one of the characters, and it's like... You can get into the debate that games and other media uses, like, historical figures and stuff, and obviously that is done without, like, the consent of any estate or whatever, but I feel like there's a big difference between, like, using, I don't know, like... Abraham Lincoln's likeness in a parody, or doing a alternate history game with historical figures, right? And then there is using the likeness of people who died in the semi-recent past who were not like political figures where their existence directly you know, played a part in, like, the role of our history and our present. To where you can understand why they would be featured in something, right? Like, even if it's fictional, like, it's funny we're talking about Call of Duty, you can just look at Black Ops and the way that it uses John F. Kennedy, right? Yeah, within living memory, exactly. Yeah, because even if you do have characters or people, like, that died in, like, the semi-recent past, if they are people who did have some kind of bearing on, like, the course of life in general, right, and politics usually will play a part in all of our current realities, I can totally understand why you would do that. Even if it is for a fictional story, it makes sense. But, it just feels wrong, you know? Like, the man is dead. You know, let him rest. It feels off seeing that. Same thing with, you know, I'm not familiar with the Japanese actor, and I didn't even know that until the Tupac situation, because people had brought up the other actor, and they were like, why are you doing this with two people in this game? It's very weird. But I'm inclined to agree with that sentiment. It's, I don't know. It's not an ideal situation, personally. I guess it's good it's not AI. That's probably the best that I can say. But, yeah. Adrian, are you really low on the chair, or is the chair really tall? Okay, so here's the chair situation. There's supposed to be a way for me to add these elements in. But I had some technical issues with opening the files that were graciously provided to me by our very own ultra-talented Alandria. And as a result, I'm kind of having to use a little bit of a workaround for the desk and everything. And so if I don't keep it this high, you'll see another version of the desk beneath it, and it's gonna look visually wrong. So until I can fix that technical issue, with the files, this is how it's gonna have to be. So it looks odd. I have a really giant desk and a really low chair. I'm angry about Gang of Dragon. They show one of my favorite Korean actors and then they're pulling the plug after revealing it. Yeah, that whole situation is crazy. I actually talked about it a little while back on one of my streams. That is a pretty crazy situation. Bonus points for using Outrun for song background. Thank you, Naka. Yeah, I really love the soundtrack in in Outrun. Oh, okay, technical diff. Yeah, no worries, Dandy. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I should have made the desk smaller. No, it's not you, Elandria, actually. It's because I couldn't open the proper files. So I'm having to use the PNG version, like, of this on its own, because there's another desk beneath it. I think I can kind of show you what it looks like. Hold on. Let me see if I can, remove it. What name did I attach to this? Hold on. Oh, no, let's not do that. So this? Yeah, see? That's what it's gonna look like if I don't do this. Cursed. Perhaps very fitting, but you know. I don't want to be a body coming out of a table. So, this is our solution in the interim. The music is a good fit, very coastal, very tropical, yeah. Ooh, more dust. Yeah. It's a hat on top of a hat. You've been fused to the desk? Yeah. What? Adrian's just relaxing. He's slouching just like I do. Yeah, this is the beach episode, so... But yeah, final word on this. Persona 6. I'm very interested to see what they do. However, I am not pleased that, we are not getting a Switch 2 version. Because apparently us Switch 2 players are, second-class citizens. So, oh well. I do, however, think, based on the way the logo looks, which if you saw the little teaser, it looked kind of like, it reminded me of Ghostbusters and Goosebumps. Like, it kind of has, like, that, ectoplasm or, like, slime green kind of look. I have a speculation, and this is it. So, Persona 5 made a lot of money. Let's just go ahead and lay that out on the table, right? Persona 5 made a lot of money. And because of that, I do think that Persona 6 is going to try to take some cues from Persona 5. That is to say, they're going to try to make the cast like some kind of outfit of sorts, right? Like, I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to go back to like ordinary like teens just kind of using their powers and being like way in over their heads. That will of course be an element of it, but I do think that we're gonna have another organized unit like the Phantom Thieves, which I am kind of in two minds about, but maybe we can discuss that more when we get to the game. However, I say all that to say, my theory is I do think that the characters in Persona 6 are going to be paranormal investigators. That's what I think. Because the logo is shaped like an official stamp. Like something you would stamp onto an official document. And the leaked concept art of the characters had them wearing earpieces. Like they have some kind of like gear to keep in contact with each other that looks a little bit beyond what, you know, regular teens would just use. They seem outfitted with stuff in a similar way to the way the Phantom Thieves were. So I do think they're going to be paranormal investigators. The curse is no sleep, weird technical difficulties, and no Persona on Switch 2. Yeah, the curse is expanding. Who are you going to call? Persona. I actually have a Ghostbusters game on my Switch I've been dying to play, actually. I was supposed to do a collab with some people on it, but that didn't work out with the timing, but I am hoping that eventually it can happen, because it looks very fun. Persona 6 Mystery of the Ooze, yeah. Hey demons, it's me, you boy. Paranormal investigators, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I really do think that that is going to end up being the case. It just seems incredibly likely to me, personally. But we started late, and I do want to be able to mess around on this game a little bit, so you guys can see what it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get to the pre-game tarot card pull, and then I'm gonna take you guys on vacation with me. Which actually I should say before anything, you can take a look outside the windows. So as you know, I am a witch. I do have powers, unwittingly so, but yes. And I transported my office to the beach, which is where we are right now, with the beautiful sunset in the background. Just in case all of you didn't know, I can transport this office to other locations. So we are taking a little bit of a break from the city. We're owl exterminators. You know, you saying that does make me wonder what the mascot of Persona 6 is going to be. It can't be an owl because P5X is already using it, the gacha game that they have. I think it's going to be a ghost. Probably a ghost animal. It wouldn't shock me. I don't really think Persona needs to have mascots in every game, but I do think that they've kind of adopted that into being, like the standard now, unfortunately. Not that it's always a bad thing, I just do think that, it can be a bit much. Like Morgana and the way that they really, like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. We are going to go ahead and get to the pre-game tarot card pull. Let me go ahead and change the music for this. I'm guessing it's gonna be 2 cats, a white cat and a black cat. That could actually be the case, Naka. It would definitely be odd for them to reuse a cat as a mascot, considering that was what they did with Persona 5, but I can see them doing that. We're taking this office to the one place not corrupted by capitalism. Heavy breathing. Space. Unfortunately, I don't think that'll be for long. There's like constantly articles about how companies are like trying to advertise in space, like have like virtual billboards and stuff that you can actually see in the night sky, which sounds like a fucking nightmare, but we live in hell, so it wouldn't be shocking, would it? It'll be a ferret. Maybe. Maybe. But let me change the soundtrack for us. Sorry for the abrupt shift. There we go. We go to Madagascar on this one. They're already trying. Look at Amazon trying to get to the moon. Yeah. Oh yeah. They won't let us have anything, including the stars in the night sky. But anyway. Alright. What is our card gonna be? Today's tarot card is the Eight of Swords reversed. Now, the Eight of Swords reversed is a card that represents self-bondage. With this card, you are limiting yourself by your own thoughts, essentially. It may feel like you're trapped. It may feel as though you are caught in a situation you can't get out of. But the reality is that you actually do have plenty of ways out of the situation you find yourself in. You are actually the person in question here that is keeping yourself hostage. I didn't know the cards had those interests. Kinky. Oh my god. But some of the ways that we can find ourselves trapped by our own hand is, for example, preventing ourselves from doing things just because we have low self-esteem, or we psych ourselves out of believing that we're capable of doing things. So, for example, if you would like to go try out for something, or you'd like to take a certain class or whatever, but you tell yourself that you're not able to do these things because, oh, I suck, right? I'm not talented enough for that. Nobody would ever like me for this, whatever. You're holding yourself hostage. And you may feel like, no, that's just because this is the way that, life is. I am not capable of these things, etc. But, in reality, the only person stopping you from doing things is you. Right? There is nothing that you can't accomplish if you put in the effort and dedication to getting there. You may already be more capable at these things than you may realize. What you have to do is change your mindset. Stop telling yourself that you can't do things, and just start doing them. It is always easier said than done, of course. However, if you take that first step, you will realize that it's not as hard as you think it is. Even making a little bit of progress with something makes the rest of the journey a lot easier. And the IRS is stopping you from doing things. Yeah, this is eternally true. So if you're hard on yourself, you need to stop that. I always say it, but there's already going to be enough people in the world who are going to try to prevent you from succeeding. They're going to criticize you and mock you and demean you. You don't need to be any more of a villain to yourself. There's going to be plenty of opposition for you in life. Trust me. So don't be that for yourself. Don't tell yourself you can't do things. You may not be the best at something. But if you're patient with yourself, you can get there. Will yourself to become better or to improve yourself, and be patient with yourself. Support yourself, show up for yourself. And if you do these things, you won't be stuck in this mindset of self-victimhood. Right? So, yeah, long story short, this card represents, in this position, that you're feeling trapped and like you're incapable of accomplishing certain things, but the truth is that you're not. You only feel that way because you're keeping yourself there. And if you can change your mindset, you'd be surprised how loose those ropes wrapped around you actually are. They're there for show, not to actually contain you. So, yes, I do hope that that resonates with all of you. But we are just about done with that. It is time for us to go on vacation. So I hope you're all ready. Let me see. Cards, this isn't what I had in mind when you said you wanted to talk about self-bondage. Alrighty. TLDR, stop being a bitch, you're a boss. Yeah, in a manner of speaking, sure. Alright, here we go. Where did I go? There I am. So this is a silly little game. The beach ate Adrian. Yeah, this game is really fun. It's a mini game collection, but it actually has several hub worlds that are all a part of this island. And you'll see for yourselves, it's really cute. I thought it would be fun for a nice little summer-themed one-off. Welcome to Kawaii Island, home to 4 dazzling resorts: Marine, City, Snow, and Mountain. All sorts of fun activities are at your fingertips here. Just go out and have a blast finding them. Oops, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lily, one of the resort guides. Pleasure to meet you. If you're ready, let's go look for activities. First we have the Marine Resort, and that means the beach. We have marine bikes available, so that you can ride around on the water. Let's try one out now. So you can actually use a me in this game, or you can use preset characters. I'm using a me that I made. That is me, in me form. Alright, let's jump right over this. All the characters are really cute. And we're gonna hop on this jet ski. Naka? Naka, you made a typo. Good, now that that's out of the way, it's time to find an activity to try. The first activity I'd like to introduce is Marine Bike Races. This activity takes place at Eternal Beach. I like that name. Which is just past Mary Bay. I'll mark it on the map so you don't get lost. Once you reach it, talk to someone with a yellow icon. Have fun. I'll be right back. Have to throw things at Mari. No worries. Tell her I said hi. There are lots of things at her. So, if you look, all of this is like, you can actually go to all these places that you see. And if you look in the map in the bottom left corner, it is all like, all explorable. This game is really cute. Turtle Beach is Kami House there. Hold on. Let's see. Here we are. So these little people like this, oh. Sorry, didn't mean to bump into you. They actually are the ones that have the mini games you get to play. There's a lot of them in this game too. It is not short on activities. They vary in quality, but most of them are pretty good. Do you want to compete in a marine bike race? You seem pretty confident in your skill. Let's put that to the test. Just remember, they don't call me the Marine Queen for nothing. I've got pretty high standards. Think you got what it takes? You ready to get the show on the road or what? Let's see if you can wow me. Alright, these are our controls. Pretty simple. Race on a marine bike. Reach the finish line before your opponents. Alright. This game is like, wow, why did I look like that? I guess it's just me when I have to be in the heat, so honestly I can relate. This game is like if Wii Sports Resort was expanded to actually like let you free roam the island and such. It is very cute. It's multiplayer as well, as one would think. You can play this with 4 people on one console, and it's a blast. There's also, believe it or not, you can make your own villa in this game too. It's not the most robust, like, creator, like it's not rivaling The Sims or anything like that, but you can make your own little island villa too, and then just, like, relax in it. This game is like the ultimate vacation simulator. It's cute. Alright, we don't need to see the replay. And I won. God, it's been a while since I played this game and I honestly missed it. With how I've been feeling lately. I really just kind of wanted to do something fun and silly, so hope you guys enjoy this. Well, you've still got a ways to go, but they say practice makes perfect. If you want to get better, come back again. I like how she says that as though I didn't win the race. Adrian, way to go. You just set a new record. Can't wait to see what you can pull off next. And you get these little stamps every time you complete a game. Fun and silly break is always welcome. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's a nice change of pace. I've been playing a lot of detective games and stuff lately, so kind of feels nice to do something a little bit different. Congratulations, you got a stamp. I bet you didn't see that coming. Here at Kawaii Island, we've put together a special promotion to help people find the best activities to participate in. We call it the Kawaii Stamp Dash. That stamp you just got is part of it. The rules are simple. I recommend activities for you one at a time, and all you have to do is try them out. I'll mark your map with each activity I recommend, so be sure to take a look. Special gear is also available at each resort to help you find the activities you're looking for. Here at the Marine Resort, we offer marine bikes and ATVs, so be sure to try them out. Every time you participate in a new activity, you get a stamp. You get spectacular prizes in return, so good luck. Yes, I do understand. Perfect. Then let the Kawaii Stamp Dash begin. Your first goal is to get 20 stamps. Oh, one more thing. You can also see how many stamps you've collected via the pause menu. Okay. Alright. Just more details. Daily gifts. So the next thing she wants us to do is skydiving. You can try it near the boat dock that's facing Rocky Ridge Cove. Have fun. Interesting. Daily gift, day 7. You got a gift. Horse of Legend. We got a unicorn. Alright. Let's go ahead and explore the beach side. I am curious. Would any of you, and I mean truly, would any of you ever actually go skydiving? Because that is not something I could ever envision myself doing. But I am curious. Hold on. I did not mean to beach the, the jet ski. There we go. And look at this, you have, like, beachside shops and stuff like that, where you can actually buy clothing. If you play as a Mii, I think you can't wear hats and glasses, but I think you can still buy clothes. I need an Adrian PNG model where it's Adrian on a unicorn, but the horse is talking. That would be something. 10 minutes in, and he got scammed. Got a horse with a fake ornament on the place. Hey, welcome in, Midnight Raven. I would probably die of a heart attack mid-drop from fear, so nope. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I could not do it. I knew someone who was adamant that they would. Now I was just kind of surprised about that. Oh, I like these better. I think I like these red and black ones more than just the, Oh, I can actually change the color. Do we have purple? Perfect. Yeah, there's actually some nice variety here. And there's a lot of stuff you can unlock, as you can see. We're gonna go with the purple and black, because of course we will. Do you want gloves? Nah, I think we're good. I would absolutely go skydiving. Really, Augustine?
See you later.
What a marvelous ensemble you've got there. Just speak to me next time you want to get changed. I'll be right here waiting. Sorry, the brain rot is catching up to me. I apologize for putting talking unicorn PNG out there. No, no, it's okay. No, I find the idea quite interesting. Where am I? Okay, here I am. I always forget how to disembark. Okay, it's X, got it. Yes, I've always just liked the concept of just falling for a while. I guess I can see what you mean. Like, in theory, if I wasn't completely vehemently against against doing it, I could see how that might feel really freeing, but I definitely couldn't do it. Look at them, they're so cute. Yeah, every single one of these icons that you see are all games that you can play or activities you can participate in. And some of these things are actually quite cool, like, in the city section, I think you can ride, like, the train or whatever. And there's another one where you can ride this boat, over, like, the river. And there's actually a voice that gives you, like, tourist facts about the location and such. This game is really, really fun. Serve, set, spike. Alright, I'm in the groove today. So, are you up for a round of beach volleyball? It's great playing with the sand between your toes and wind in your hair. What's the hold up? You gotta at least give it a shot. The court's all yours. Now take the ball and let's do this. Why do I always look like that? I don't know why my mouth is wavy. Again, I'll just attribute it to the heat. Oh, so I was thinking of using it as a skill. I like swing sets when you get that moment of weightlessness and everything stops feeling real for a moment. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I do like that too. When you get like really, really high up and like you get a good, good momentum going. Yeah, that really does feel nice. Adrian, me be like, yeah. Is a cowboy putting skydiving on his resume? Oh my goodness. Augustine, there's a lot of unfortunate typos in the chat today. Okay, serve, receive, set is A, and then X to jump. Okay. It's tough out there, yeah. Yes, it is. Tough opponents. Press X. Oh, didn't get a chance to finish reading that. I can work under extreme pressure. That is a clever way to slap that on a resume, Paul Gay. Hey, that actually worked. The only thing is that this game can be a little bit quiet sometimes, which I think they do to really emphasize the, you know, the ocean sounds and such. That was completely my fault. I wonder, though, if I should play more Outrun music to make up for it. I actually hope that I don't get pinged by copyright for using Outrun music and Sonic music earlier, but I guess we'll see. So far I haven't had trouble using Atlas music, but I don't know how different it gets with different teams within Sega. We can put good in sports on Adrian's resume. I actually don't think I'm very good at sports. I've never been, like, super into them. But I do, the one I'd say I'm pretty decent at least it can be considered a sport, to my understanding, is fishing. You need Top Gun music playing. If I wasn't... You know what? That is funny, yeah. It would be a funny gag if I wasn't so sure I would immediately be taken down. Like, I'd probably be banned midstream. I wish my partner would have spiked the ball there, come on. Oh, that was an unfortunate bounce for them. Yeah, my partner is, like, not doing anything. Damn it. First 3 notes, ban, yeah. Exactly. Me and my friends did a D&D sheet based on... Hold on, I'll read that in a second. Oh, that was not good. That was not a good return. Match point. Me and my friends did a D&D sheet based on our real-life selves, and I had an 8 for Constitution and feel like that's everything relevant to my sports skills. Oh, come on. How'd you do the states? Roll for them, or what you actually think you have? Just curious. New band speedrun tech unlocked. Yeah, exactly. Well, we won beach volleyball. We should get a stamp for that. Yeah, we're finding new and creative ways to end our careers. Are you starting to get the hang of running on sand? You only just started, so take your time. Come back and play again. Alright. We will try to, we'll try this time to go skydiving. So you get a lot of access to, like, different vehicles in this game, too. So as you see, we can also, pilot an ATV. Which is very cute. You can jump with it too, which I find hilarious. They base it on everyone's vote based on their knowledge of the person. You could appeal if you felt like it was BS though. I tried to appeal my con score like 5 times and had no one convinced. What is your favorite sport, Augustine? Alright. There's our skydiving instructor right over there. It's actually been a while, so I can't remember how this minigame goes. Soccer, hockey, or swimming? I see.
Okay.
Hey you like flying? Oops, sorry, I'm a pilot actually, and skydiving's my specialty. Skydivers move into formations while they're falling. What could be more exciting than that? I'm the pilot, so I don't jump. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not like I'm scared or anything. So, what do you say? Ready to try some skydiving? You want to try making a formation, right? Then let's fly. Okay, so I just tilt the controller. And then rotate. Okay, so this is a gyro-based minigame. Fitting. Looks at the sea. It's not that deep, though. I like the concept of figure skating, but I can't ice skate for the life of me. Honestly, I don't know how people even do that kind of thing without slipping and falling. That is definitely a very impressive skill. I look so out of place as the only me. Alright, here we go. Complete the formation. Target 500 points. Alright, that's the first formation. I'm messing things up for them. There we go. Alright, that's better. Okay. I used to ice skate, not competitively though. Same with snowboarding. It's been about a decade now though. Snowboarding always seems like such a cool thing to do. I used to love playing snowboarding games. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers Amped on the original Xbox. I really liked that game. I think there was another game too that I played the demo for that was fun, called, I think it was Dark Summit or something like that. I never got to play any of the SSX games though, despite how well regarded they were, which is a shame. Imagine they didn't give me a parachute. My cousin did hockey a bunch. I did all kinds of swimming through my childhood, and all of my family did soccer in school. That is really cool. I wish I was good at swimming. I know that I can at least swim well enough not to drown. I had the Shaun White snowboarding game from the Wii era, also the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. Oh my god. Raven, I had Mario and Sonic at the Olympics as well. That game was so much fun. That game was so underrated. I loved playing the minigames so much. I think one of my favorites was the trampoline bounce one, where you'd have to like bounce the controller up and down while pressing the different button combinations and like doing like the twist motions and such. I really liked that one. And the baton run. We'd have to like pick your team of characters and then like perfectly pass the baton and stuff to them. I also like the dream events that were more like cartoony and like based on like Sonic itself. I liked the dream race. I never got to play Shaun White snowboarding, but I thought it looked like it would have been fun to play with the balance board. I love swimming, genuinely my favorite form of exercise, especially since I have the con of a sickly Victorian child. Augustine, is that self-deprecation that I am hearing over there? You've got the skydiving bug now, and I'm pretty proud of myself for introducing you to the sport. Adrian, that's one amazing record. Keep it up. Alright, we did skydiving. Congrats on getting 3 stamps. In exchange, I'll show you the information centers. Information centers are located at each of the resorts and act as a sort of home base. Our friendly staff will gladly help you with outfits, traveling to other resorts, and the school. Feel free to talk to them at any time. The information center is always starting point 1 at each of the resorts. If you're ever not sure of where you are, just check out the map in the pause menu. Alright, they're looking for participants near the large water fountain behind the hotel at Sunshine Beach. I remember those. I mained Blaze for every event. I was a master of table tennis. Oh my god, I forgot about the table tennis minigame. Oh, that could get so intense. Blaze is an underrated Sonic character for sure, though. I really like Blaze. I swim like a polar bear, apparently. What does a polar bear swim like, Volke? Beach episode? Yes, indeed. Welcome in, Effecto. I hope you're doing well. Our activity is back there, but I do want to just drive around the resort here. Take a look at everything. Like, you know, it's honestly, this game honestly just makes me think of how complicated we make video games sometimes. When truth be told, it can really just be satisfying to just have games like this every now and again, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know. Just fun little activities to kill time, which is really the heart of what video games are. And I wish there was more stuff like this. Like, this game is fun as it is. But I wish that somebody would actually, like, commit to making, like, a good, decent-sized budget version of this game. Like, just a vacation simulator. I know it came at a time where, you know, there was a deadly virus spreading everywhere, but I feel like Animal Crossing New Horizons, popularity, which Animal Crossing, of course, was popular regardless, but I'm saying, like, the kind of therapy and catharsis that that game offered to people during a time of people feeling very stuck and scared just goes to show that these kinds of games do have a place. You know, not everything has to have, like, a grand story or anything. Sometimes something that just simulates relaxing has an infinite degree of value that is vastly underestimated, I think, by both gamers and developers alike. If that makes any sense. Slow, not splashing? I don't know. Like, you know, something's behind you and you see this big thing coming after you. That is interesting. I've never seen a polar bear swimming or heard the or heard that term before. It is a cute visual though. Polar bears, while cute, are extremely dangerous though. As Sonic characters go, Blaze is up there for princesses in that universe. That's an interesting emote to use there. That's what Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are like for me? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Hello, how are you all? I'm doing great because I got perfect scores in my presentations. Effecto, congratulations. Can we please get some congratulations in the chat for Effecto for passing with perfect scores? I have a question. When you think of egg sandwich, do you imagine boiled eggs or scrambled eggs, please? Or P.S. I'm asking all my North Hemisphere contacts. Probably scrambled eggs. Over a boiled egg. For an egg sandwich? Hell yeah, cozy chill vibe games are great. I agree completely, Raven. Yeah, there's not enough of them. I'm so glad that, like, the indie space is, filling with lots of them. I want to continue to see that space grow because, honestly, just playing this right now, after, again, like, you know, kind of having, like, a rough week and such, is just doing so many good things for my brain chemicals. It's nice to just, like, mess around and not have, like, some dire, objective at this moment. Just chatting with all of you and just doing fun things. I wish there was more games like this. Look at this. I like that you can actually see other guests on the island doing things, like they're all driving ATVs around here too. It makes it feel more alive. Saved the princess. Once spent 1,000 hours or 100 hours building mechs. Yeah. Yeah, the freedom in those games is great. Omelette au fromage. Egg sandwich, I prefer scrambled. Yeah. Yeah, so Effecto, you have 2 scrambled egg responses, me and Bolgay. I kind of want to see if I can make that jump between those 2 peaks over there. You see that? I'm supposed to be doing the ATV race, but honestly, I'm just having a good time driving this thing around. Have any of you ever driven ATVs before? I know there's some places where people get way out of control with them, like driving them through cities and stuff. Which I think is supposed to be illegal, right? I don't think you're supposed to do that. Oh, I almost made it. Oh, that's a shame. Only motorcycles? That is really cool, Naka. What kind of motorcycle do you have? Or have you driven at least? Bolgay, you strike me as the type that might have actually driven a ATV before. Okay, so you can't make the jump from this one. This is the lower peak, so... I don't know if I'm correct about that, but you do strike me as the type who could. I have. See, a witch knows. I like four-wheelers. Never been on a motorcycle, though. Never rode one, but seems fun. Had neighbors that would drive over snow to pack it down when I was a kid. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, they do look like they would be fun to drive. Alright, we're gonna go back to the other side of the island now. The cool thing about this is that the controller, of course, has HD rumble in it. So you actually get this nice feedback whenever you kind of like go over like a little bump or whatever, and just the engine, like, it actually does feel like obviously a less intense version of it, but it feels like it's simulating like what it would feel like to drive this thing fairly decently. It gives a satisfactory sensory feeling in your hands while you're driving this. Makes it a lot more fun. It can get out from under you if you're not careful. I can believe that because, oh, sorry. I've seen so many videos of people driving these kinds of things and they just go, like, flying off. Like, nothing where somebody gets, like, seriously hurt, but, like, you know, they laugh afterwards and stuff. It does seem like it would be quite a tricky vehicle to operate if you're not constantly, like, in control of it. Like, I don't think you could really... I don't imagine that you could, slack while driving one of these things at all. Adrian, I need to find a place near you that sells Korean egg drop sandwiches. Those are one of my comfy foods, and I think you'd like it a lot. Just the sound of it. Just the sound of it sounds like something I would enjoy for sure. I would absolutely love that. I don't know. I need to take a look. Maybe there is a place around me that does have it. Hey, listen, that last race was amazing. ATVs sure are complex machines. Looks like you're an ATV fan. What do you say? Want to go for a ride? You'll have a blast, trust me. Great, it's settled. Get ready to ride with the wind on your ATV. Soft-boiled is the best way. That's valid too. I suppose I got used to them because boiled eggs are the only sold whole. Oops. I'm reading chat. Now I gotta try to catch up. That's right, we have 3 laps to try and make up the difference. Since I think this game qualifies as one, what are some of chat's favorite party games? For me, I think that, you know, there's some obvious answers like Mario Party and such. And like Smash Brothers, which also, of course, doubles as a fighting game. But there are some secret party games. Ones that you may not realize on the surface are party games. The Pokemon Stadium games on the N64 actually had a whole separate mode that was just dedicated to mini games. And I used to love playing those games. And also on the Wii, Sonic and the Secret Rings. Its multiplayer mode was just basically Mario Party but Sonic. It was kind of like the... I never got to play this game because I didn't have a Dreamcast, sadly. But I know a lot of people say that Sonic Shuffle, which was their attempt at Mario Party but with Sonic, was terrible. This was that but good. It was so much fun. The minigames in Sonic and the Secret Rings were a blast. And I never see anybody really talking about it because most people only ever talk about the story mode in that game. Probably because most people who bought it or wanted it weren't looking for a multiplayer game, right? So they probably didn't really experience it, but it was so much fun. Honestly, it offered a lot of bang for your buck. Because you did get, like... I mean, Sonic and the Secret Rings is not a perfect game. But it was... I had enough fun with it. I think it was good. Despite the awkwardness of the controls in the main story. But it was pretty crazy to have a full, like... fully established, party game suite on top of a single-player campaign and everything. Very much worth the money for it. You got a lot out of it. Jackbox games? Oh yeah, the Jackbox games are really fun. I do want to do a stream eventually where I play some of those games with you guys. I'm so mad because multiple friends of mine on Twitch have done Jackbox streams, and every single time they have one, I'm never able to attend. Sushi did one recently. Did Akira do one? I think she might have, right? Yeah, it's... I never get to attend, and it makes me very upset. I think Mist did one. But I might be misremembering that. Mario Kart or Mario Party are my usual go-tos. The Mario and Sonic games are also great. Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, Mario Kart is always a blast. I've been thinking about playing Mario Kart World on stream, but, I don't know if I want you all to see how washed I am trying to play it online against people. Good job, listen. There are lots of other stages for racing ATVs, so come by again for more fun. You can now access the city resort. Alright, let's go ahead and check that out. We could go scuba diving, but I do want to go check out the city. So we're gonna go ahead and drive to the center and see what that's all about. Can we talk to this guy? There's a thing above his head here. Oh, invite. Okay, I guess you can kind of like have them as like partners and such. I'll pass on that for now. Let's go ahead and go to the information center. Is it you that I speak to? No. Oh, maybe it's you.
Okay.
No. I don't... No, I don't want to go to the school. a Yamaha CBR 600 as my first bike, which got totaled in the rear collision caused by an SUV. Oh my god. Were you okay? My second bike was a yellow Honda CB 600, which also got totaled by a drunk driver. Holy shit. And my last bike is a 2021 Apache RTR 300. My god, I'm sorry that has happened to you, Naka. Especially the drunk driving one. Like, accidents are not good either way, obviously, but, the drunk drivers really upset me. Jackbox is awesome, yeah. I love the trivia murder party. That one was really fun. They upset me too? Yeah. Yeah, it's infuriating. Alright, we are going to the city now. And yes, Akira did two Jack Boots nights. I'm sad I missed those though. And here we have the city. So there's a cool thing you can do here. Damn phone. No worries. I just, I find it funny because I don't know if you ever realize, like, sometimes there are, like, certain streams where something, like, consistently happens. And, this definitely seems to be the stream of, this seems to be the stream of, typos tonight. Adrian, welcome to the City Resort. Here you can find everything from leisure to motorsports. You can also explore the city on inline skates or a skateboard. Or try riding the trolley car to get around. Be sure to give it a try. Alright, the first activity is Motorfest. The Kawaii Super Speedway is taking entries now. Have fun. Alright. I think I would prefer... You can skate here, like with a skateboard. I think I would prefer that to roller skates. Can I change my gear? There is a way to change your gear. I'm not sure how you do it though. Jet Set Radio or anything? But there's just a whole, like... Oh god. I'm back? Okay. Yeah, didn't even realize that happened. I was just gushing over the fact that there is a casual, nonchalant, Tony Hawk and Jet Set Radio-esque, skating and trick grinding mechanic in this game that's just kind of there for you to have fun with. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. The first accident almost put me in a wheelchair. Lucky for me that the bike ended under a truck and not me. The second one put me in a ditch after trying to avoid a drunk driver who hit a truck in oncoming traffic. I got a beef with SUVs at this point. Holy shit. God, I'm so sorry to hear that, Naka, and I'm very, very glad that you're okay. That's absolutely terrifying. Yeah, the road is definitely not safe, but it's been made a lot worse in, like, recent years, with the obsession with massive cars, especially like those oversized trucks that might as well be tanks. Like, you are legitimately at risk as somebody that, you know, like, rides a bike of any kind, or skates or whatever, or even just being a pedestrian, you are far more at risk now, thanks to everybody having these oversized vehicles compared to years prior. I don't blame you for the beef. Glad to hear you made it out mostly unscathed. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. She looks like Miku. What's that? A photo, you say? Let's take a souvenir photo with this Miku look-alike. Oh. I didn't really do much of a pose there, but... There you go, all finished. Until next time, dearie. She really does look like a chibi Miku. Alright, there we go. Skateboard. Let's use this. So photo, much wow, yeah. Yeah, look at this. See, this is so cool. I just find it so charming that they actually included this little skating mechanic, despite the fact that there is no... They didn't have to do this, right? And this game is just full of things like that. They included so many cool details in it, and fun little side activities that they really didn't have to. This could have easily just been another cheap, like very vapid minigame collection. And it's not. Like, don't get me wrong, none of the sports in this game or whatever, or activities are as fun as what you'd find in a Mario Party game or like Wii Sports or something. But they're all very competent on their own. And for what it lacks in like maybe the quality of those mini games compared to those other aforementioned games, it makes up for with the absolute charm and heart. Like, no other game does this. Like, what other game do you know that's just a full-blown vacation simulator that has multiple open world hubs with NPCs all doing different activities and like this many mini games and such? Because I honestly couldn't tell you a single one. This game is kind of one of one in a way. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Took you long enough.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Here at the Kawaii Super Speedway is where we hold the Motor Fest. Racers from all over the world come to this circuit, each and every one of them convinced that they're the fastest thing on wheels. Since you're here, you must be the same as the rest of them. Okay, go and get ready. Gonna be another crazy day. Race around the course 3 times and beat your opponents to the finish line. Oh, there's different vehicles you can use during this.
3, 2, 1.
It feels so weird seeing, like, actual, like cars. But you see what I mean, right? Like, look at this. The fact that they took the time to include, like, a full-blown, racing minigame here. It's just so charming to me. This game is adorable. Last game I can remember is Thrillville. Naka, I was actually gonna bring that game up. I was gonna bring that up, yeah. I remember wanting Thrillville, and I couldn't get it because much like what we were discussing at the start of the stream, they just didn't think to make a GameCube version at the time. So I missed out on it, unfortunately. But that game did seem to be a lot of fun. We got Ridge Racer at home. Well, it's funny you say that, Naka, because this game was made by Bandai Namco, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, this is the final lap. Hang in there.
So, it likely is a reference to Ridge Racer, actually. Oh, I can drift. That makes sense. That would have been nice to know before I went crashing into the wall. The track layout and the car sounds and physics. Yep, it's Ridge Racer. Yeah, it does seem like it. How cool is it that they just threw that in there? All right.
Not bad.
Welcome back. You still got some work to do, but I see real potential. Try to push yourself to your limit to really improve. Come see me next time you're feeling up to it. Again, I always laugh how they say you have to improve, even though you just, won
This way.
whatever game it was you were playing. High throwing. Go play it inside the tent near the water fountain. That should be amusing. Though I do want to see... Yeah, I was interested in that whack-a-mole game.
Come on.
Well, why are my eyes so wide? Ha, over there. Wait, now they're over here, yikes. Over there again? I'm not good at this at all. You want to know what I'm doing? You see, moles poke their heads out from the board, and I hit them with my mallet. These moles are driving me crazy. When I think I finally nailed one, it ducks back down again. This is why I can't tear myself away from this game. Phew, I've worked myself into a sweat. I'll let you take over from here. Hurry up now, grab your mallet, keep an eye on the moles, and give them a good whack on the head. Alright, so I guess we have some basic whack-a-mole here.
Here we go.
I almost feel bad hitting them, they're cute. I'm kind of surprised they opted to make them this adorable instead of making them look kind of, like, goofy. They really are adorable. Look at their little claws.
Panic time.
Panic time.
Is over.
Oh shit. apparently, playtime is over. I managed to hit every single one, so I think I did okay. The cuteness is a cover-up, like the white rabbit from Monty Python. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting a Monty Python reference. Much like nobody ever expects the Inquisition. Ha, it's nearly as much fun watching as it is playing. What's this? You're already tired? Well, the moles aren't tired at all. Inquisition jump scare. Thank you, Sushi. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. First off, some news about convenient modes of transportation available. For example, the Marine Resort has its very own cruiser and airplane. You can board in the pink areas. How'd you like to tackle a treasure hunt? There's 7 treasure chests hidden at each resort. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And each holds a special outfit inside. Find them and have fun playing dress up. Alrighty. Yes, welcome in, Sushi. Thank you for the sticky note. As you can see, it's the beach episode today. I am playing Go Vacation. It's a cute little mini-game collection. And Vacation Simulator. Just kind of having a casual streaming day. Beach episode. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I've got my my vacation outfit on. Just enjoying enjoying a little bit of summer recreation, I suppose. Finish the mouse game? No, not yet. I was thinking of playing it today, but I was like, you know what, I hadn't streamed in a little while, and I'd been playing so much of Bats and Master Detective Archives that I was like, you know what? I kind of want to take a little bit of a one-stream break. And this game was sitting right there, and I figure it is summertime, so why not have the obligatory beach episode? Oh my god, I got some serious air on that. Kind of surprised I didn't wipe out on that. But yeah, how are you doing, Sushi? Are you at work? Trying to find the resort counter. Oh, sorry. So I can change the color of this. I want to keep up with the purple color scheme, if we can help it. Superman starts playing. I wish I could play it, Naka. It is kind of funny, how there are certain, like, extreme sports games or whatever that just have certain, songs or bands that are synonymous with them, like Goldfinger for, Tony Hawk or The Offspring for Crazy Taxi. No, I in fact did not remember the Blue Sky post. Feels a little late to make it, but I will, I'll make it regardless. Thank you, Naka, for reminding me. Imagine that trolley hit me and ended the game. Thank you, Naka. Yeah, I went ahead and I made the post. I'll probably play for like another... and we'll see. How long ago? I don't think this is the kind of game that will be engaging for a 4-hour stream, so this is probably gonna end at about, half hour to an hour. We'll see. The game wouldn't end, you're gonna get transported to your office. Yeah. Isekai back to my office. By Trolley-kun. And where's that counter? I mean, I guess if I can't find it, that's okay. I just, I do want to, change the colors on this. Is that bungee jumping? It's kind of what it looks like, right?
Bungee time!
Yes, it is. Welcome to bungee jumping. Just being in high places can be exciting enough, but it's a whole different story when you take the plunge. This jump spot is located on the rooftop of the Final Lap Hotel, right next to the racetrack. Show me what you can do. Well, okay, guess we're gonna give it a shot. How to play. Jumping, player will automatically jump at the end of the countdown. You flick the controller up to brake, and that's all you do? True test of courage. After you take the leap, apply the brake when you feel it's the right time to get closer to the ground, then the target, and clear the activity. Okay, I think this is going to be one of those things I just kind of have to do and see if I can figure it out. You know what I mean? Here we go. Side note, but I really do love the Joy-Cons. Because I like that I could actually take these off. Like I have it in the controller, like, shell or holster. So it's like a full controller. But I could, in theory, take this off and, look at my me, it's terrified. And play with it like a Wii remote. I love that. Too fast. Try again. Okay, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. My face looks ridiculous. Let's try this again. The time I got isekai'd by a trolley in my beach episode and I turned back into a magical cursed witch detective. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So when it said too fast, did it mean that I pulled the brake too quickly? Okay, yes. Got it. You're supposed to really get close to the ground before you do it. That was a 60-foot drop, right? So we got really close to the ground there, 55 feet. You jumped off without a second thought. I was moved. When I tried to jump last time, it took me nearly 6 hours. What do you mean, who cares? 6 hours? Can you imagine going to bungee jump and you end up freaking sitting next to the edge of a building inconsolable for 6 hours until you finally jump? I just got home. My pizza. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you'll feel better now that you can actually sit down. Glad you're home though. Welcome home. Are you streaming today, or are you gonna, are you just gonna take the night off and relax? Or hopefully relax. Though I do suppose, I guess, streaming, is also relaxing, depending on what you play and such. Yeah, there's food up there. I wonder if we can actually eat that. Let's go ahead and give it a try. If I can actually get up there. I don't know, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, totally understandable. I almost considered not streaming today as well, so... Kinda ended up making up my mind at the last second, so... Turn. Oh my god. Alright, let's just try going very slowly on this turn. There we go. I want to see if I can actually buy an ice cream. I can't remember if you can. Oh, you can. I look ridiculous eating it, but... But you can eat. And you can ask for seconds, too. This game really is so cute. I feel like I should since I didn't yesterday, but I had a short one set. And had a short one set, but my mind's in a funky place right now. Oh, believe me, I understand. Yeah, I totally get it. That's one reason why I actually chose to play this. I had been kind of in a little bit of a rough spot, so, mentally, so... It's nice to actually just play something that is, just kind of relaxing and, silly. So yeah, you know, don't push yourself if you think it might help you a little bit to stream, go for it, but if you feel like you need a little break just to kind of decompress and get out of a rough headspace, by all means, don't feel obligated to stream just because you had something set, you know? Not that I have to tell you that, but I think sometimes, at least speaking for myself, it can kind of help to have someone else tell you that, because you feel pressured as a streamer, like you kind of have to do it, especially when you do miss days, you know? Yeah, please do take care of yourself first and foremost. Speaking as one of your viewers, and, you know, your friend, I'd much prefer that you don't force yourself to stream if you don't feel up to it, you know? Oh, you know what, chat? I also forgot to mention that, there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I meant to actually talk about this when we were in the office. But, yeah, there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. And I'm very, very excited for that. Because we may be getting, if the rumors are to be believed, we may be getting a Ocarina of Time remake, and that will absolutely send me over the edge. To get a Code Veronica remake and an Ocarina of Time remake in the same week might just kill me. You consider me your friend? I do. I hope that's not, you know, overstepping or presumptuous of me to say. But yes, I do. And do want you to take care of yourself. Been there. It's tough to get in a good mindset, sometimes especially in these times. Hope you can get the rest you need. Yeah, definitely agreed. Yeah, I think as streamers, like, we are probably somewhat decent. I mean, I guess I can't speak for, my cursed ones, so, you know, I don't know if maybe they can see it, but I feel like most of us streamers are pretty decent at kind of compartmentalizing and maybe not showing how we are not doing so well when we're on stream most times. And it can be one of those kind of quiet things where people don't realize how many times you actually come close to not doing this at all. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself there, but yeah, definitely, it's definitely one of those things where it can go either way on most days, you know? Oh, sorry. Okay, here we are, finally. This is what I was looking for. All this time. I just want to see what options I have. Ooh, I kind of like this. See, the only thing that would make this better is if I could change the color of the pants. I'd like this to be black and white like Beetlejuice. The pants. I'd love that. Let's go with this. I can change the shoes though. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Not presumptuous at all. I thought I was overstepping trying to become your friend. I'm just a little... No, not at all. Don't worry. I'm glad we're in the same frame of mind. Beetlejuice, yes. Yeah, I love those movies. I can't wait for the third one. I am sad, though, because I know, well, I don't want to spoil anything for those who may not have seen the second movie, but it is sad that we won't be getting Catherine O'Hara in any more of them, which is very sad, but yeah, I did really like the second movie. Ooh, with the green moss mold detailing, yeah. No, ad jail. I'll wait until she's out of ad jail to answer her. All right. Yeah, I like this a lot. Welcome back from ad jail. Sorry about that. Also, you're 100% correct on that sentiment about behind the scenes streamer mentality. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of interesting because, like, you know, we choose to do this ourselves, right? It's not like we are, at least most of us anyway. Oh, there you are. Welcome back from ad jail. On my end, it said the ad ended earlier, so I thought you were already back. But welcome back, Sushi. I was just saying, yeah, definitely. It's like, it's interesting because we do this ourselves, and it's not like, at least most of us, aren't doing this as like some kind of job. So you are willingly like broadcasting by choice. And so, you know, without that, I think, like, pull of, like, I have to do this because, you know, it's like being a full-fledged, like, employed entertainer, I suppose. You really do have to kind of wade through a lot of your own thoughts and just other stuff that's going on with you to hit that go live button. And I do think that for people who have never streamed before, it can definitely be invisible. You don't realize how difficult that is, and then most of us do a pretty decent job, I think, of not showing it. So, yeah, I totally understand. I think you kind of develop a sense of understanding when you have been on both sides of a stream, as both a viewer and, like, the actual streamer. Kind of allows you to get a new pair of eyes and see things that you wouldn't be able to see before. Hobbies be hobbying. What are you up to over there, Effecto? So hard to think she's gone. She was so good at Nightmare Before Christmas and Beetlejuice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it makes me so sad. Been so many unfortunate losses this year. Yeah, I agree completely. My thing is I don't want to disappoint anyone. I've had viewers tell me it's the best part of their day, and I don't want to disappoint them. I don't know if I'm ever the best part of anybody's day. But one thing I can definitely tell you is, at least from, like, a viewer perspective that really enjoys your streams, and, you know, I've had times where certain streams have made my day better, like, in general, you know, when I've been having a bad day and I click into someone's stream and it's like, oh, you know, I'm so glad they're on because it makes me feel better. I'm the kind of person that prefers to know that something is real. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to find out that, like, for instance, there's some TV series where, like, you find out down the line that, like, the actors weren't really happy. They were, like, kind of forced into it by management, or, like, if they're a young actor, like, their parents, whatever. And it taints the view of that for me, like, that series, because it doesn't feel genuine anymore. And yeah, you can still enjoy the show, but there's always, like, this undercurrent of, like, sadness and, like, just unease or disgust when you know that, like, they weren't really doing it by choice or they weren't enjoying it. So I'm saying that to say, for me personally, I wouldn't really be able to enjoy a stream if I knew that somebody was truly, like, not wanting to be there, right? And I don't just mean that, like, oh, the quality of the stream is low because they're not wanting to be there. But what I mean is, like, that you're sad, you know, or you're not feeling well mentally, and that's, you know, something we all go through, and you're only doing this because you feel like that, like you're gonna let us down. Like, I think the only way I would feel let down as a viewer of somebody I really enjoyed watching is if I felt like I was contributing to that streamer having to force themselves out of their comfort zone and put on airs. Because streaming and being a viewer of a streamer should be a symbiotic relationship. When you choose to support someone, supporting someone, and this goes across the board for any kind of relationship, shouldn't only mean you support them when they're giving you what you want. It means when they need to take time to themselves, or, you know, just disconnect, you support them in that as well. You know what I mean? So, all I can say is, you're not letting anybody down, and anybody that would feel let down by you taking care of yourself is not a real fan and is not a real friend. So, though I do understand that feeling of obligation, like I have to, just because people say those things, don't feel like you have to do it, because, you know, if somebody really appreciates you they'll appreciate you taking care of yourself. Not just performing for them. We're not just supposed to be, circus clowns, you know what I mean? Hopefully that all makes some sense. Sorry, I know I haven't done any activities in a while. I'm just enjoying skating around a little bit too much. Oh my god, I love the purple shirt I just returned. Thank you. Yeah, I actually just changed my clothes not too long ago. Don't disappoint at all. You just need a day off to relax and recompose yourself. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the head pats. I'm glad I found your stream because I was so stressed, happy too, and thought it would be nice if I could share a moment. Guess it's something human. Thank you, Effecto. I am really happy to hear that. Yeah, because, you know, don't get me wrong, it really does feel nice to feel like you can be a positive force in somebody's day. That is something that, keeps me doing this. I enjoy it, but you know, like I said, I don't really know how much I am a positive part of people's day, but even if it's only one person or only for a little bit, I'm happy to contribute to that. That makes me, you know, feel good. And I've said it before, but we really don't have too many spaces on the internet that are truly safe where you can just kind of convene and talk about whatever and be supportive of each other without having to worry about the nature of the internet coming into play, to put it in a G-rated manner. So it's very important to me to not only provide a space like that, but to preserve it as well. Thank you for your wise words, Sensei. Have some cheeks. I think I'd probably more consider you my sensei. Or senpai. Because you are, you're a fantastic streamer. Definitely aspire to reach the same level of quality that, that you provide. But you are welcome. I know it's nothing you don't already know, but I just know that sometimes it's good to hear it said aloud. We all occasionally need, that counter voice to the one inside of our head. Senpai sushi. It has alliteration. It rolls off the tongue nicely. Sushi senpai, yes. I almost ran that person over. Alright, let me go ahead and finally... Let's go do the pie throwing minigame. Rebranding. Oh, sorry. I jumped right into that guy's head. They'll understand. It's important to avoid burnout and keep the joy of going live. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I agree 110%, Raven. Alright, we're almost to the minigame. There we go. I got chicken wings. Ah, that sounds delicious. What type did you get? I haven't had chicken wings in a while. Damn, Effecto, you're a hard worker. Yeah, it definitely seems like it, right? I mean, anybody who is training to become a doctor has to be a hard worker. As health professionals, we hear the protocol that, aside from treatment and protocols, one must always be an agent of change in others' lives, while treating them with respect and dignity. That is beautiful. And it's true. A truly good doctor can actually be a very positive force. I had at least 2 doctors I can think of in my life that were very, very kind and very helpful during difficult times. And I never forgot their generosity. Doctor Who and Dr. Pepper. I'm starving, I didn't eat lunch today. I would be more mad at you, but I understand it happens. But I'm glad you're eating now. Buffalo wings, oh my god, that sounds so delicious. Buffalo wings do rock. Welcome to the pie throwing activity, where you throw and dodge pies that were specially made for this game. You can either play in the Dodge Fest, where you dodge pies, or in the Pie Throwing Fest, where you dodge and throw, but keep in mind you can only play Pie Throwing Fest with 2 or more players. Oh wait, so I guess... Can I not do it? Because I'm playing alone. Were you gonna say because you didn't eat? I did eat much earlier. I am starving as well. So I'm right there with you. But I did eat earlier. I had a brunch. I think I ate around noon. Thank you, Naka. I will go eat as soon as I'm done. I'll probably be finishing up in like... maybe another 15 minutes or so. I'm just matrix dodging pies. At least the best that I can. Ow. Slick dodge moves. I'm doing my best to oh my god, that pie had spikes in it. Are they trying to kill me? The back bend is taking me out. I know, this minigame is ridiculous. My god. I'm sorry, I want to look at the chat, but they are like... I still have...
Party time!
What is party time? I don't think I want to be a part of party time. Ow. Oh my god, see? Getting hit with the ones with spikes actually does hurt. It reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob when they're playing with snowballs, and then Patrick is like, I think Squidward's taking this too seriously because the last snowball had his clarinet in it. Okay, let me catch up on the chat now. I had an energy drink for breakfast. Sushi, that is not breakfast. And now I'm feeling a little bit more mad. White Monster or Mango Monster. G Fuel today. No Monster today. I've never had G Fuel. Is it any good? Nice bullet time there, yeah. Ultra Instinct, the minigame. How are you dodging my coworker when they want to talk about lava? I've seen Love Island before. It's one of those, it's one of those shows that you, either love or hate. I found it amusing just because it's fun to watch people be ridiculous. but I haven't seen it in a very long time. Everyone's really letting loose out there. Who, me? I'm perfectly happy just watching. Yes, be grateful that you didn't get hit in the face with a spiked pie. Next activity is hang gliding. I was forced to watch it last night while I was playing Magic the Gathering at my friend's last night. Oh my god. I've never played Magic the Gathering either. I was always a Yu-Gi-Oh kid. It was crazy. They'd be giving wedding speeches to someone they just met 12 hours ago. Uh-huh. Yeah. Which actually, funnily enough, speaking of weddings, I was going to mention during the pie minigame, you know what pisses me off? When you see those videos of people like either at a wedding or at a birthday party, and then someone shoves their cake into their face or whatever. That is so annoying. Such a waste of food, and it would upset me so much to have spent all that time, like, getting dressed up. You know, ordering a nice, or buying a nice suit or dress or whatever. Doing your hair, makeup, whatever, just to have a pie or a cake go into your face. Such an odd tradition. I know, right? I hate that. Especially because, like, you see it in videos, and for you, that experience ends there. As a person who actually lived it, like, you know, when the experience is over, you have to go and wash all of that cake out of your hair, get your dress or suit dry cleaned, whatever. Like, it's a lot. Just for 5 seconds of slapstick that isn't funny. The villain arc starts when your face hits the cake, yeah. It's also supposedly bad luck. You know, if you are superstitious. They say you're not supposed to do that because it's a bad omen for your marriage, if I'm not mistaken. Which is kind of funny because, like, I feel like that's one of those self-fulfilling prophecy things where, maybe it's not particularly bad luck on its own, but, if you are the bride or groom of somebody who thinks it's funny to shove a cake into your face after everything that you did, you probably realize at that point that you made the mistake of marrying an asshole, and it's probably just the first of many infractions that are going to lead to a divorce down the line. You know what I mean? That pisses me off too. Yeah, I don't understand it. I'm just terrified already of people being near me and out of my line of sight. I couldn't survive something like that. Yeah. It's a bad omen because the person whose face got shoved is filing for divorce. I'm glad we had the same idea, Adrian. Yeah. That's always how I look at it. Like, it's no wonder it would be bad luck because, to me, it's probably a light bulb moment for, whoever, you know, the victim of the prank is in this particular case. And I can't imagine that, you would be able to sit there thinking anything other than my husband or wife is an immature loser. And we just got married. True, because what if they also do that just in other scenarios? Like, don't treat your spouse like a prop for your jokes like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, agreed, Raven. Like, I know people have different senses of humor and stuff, and I can totally respect that. But I don't know, unless like you are the perfect combination of two pranksters that will take any opportunity to prank one another, and you're perfectly fine with that, and like that's your thing. And there are people who are like that, so you know, fair enough and more power to them. But I'd argue that the majority of people are not like that. Like you're saying, Raven, it just kind of goes to show like you are a prop in their eyes that can be used to make a joke at your expense, despite how much effort you put into this day. Especially because for most people, like, there are people who spend their entire lives dreaming of what their perfect wedding is going to be like and everything. Which that in and of itself can be a very, you know, unhealthy thing depending on how it manifests. But you know, some people have like that dream wedding or scenario in their mind and they work very hard to achieve it. And, you know, when they can do that with somebody that they, you know, love, like truly love, it must be incredibly deflating and upsetting to have that moment that in your mind you've been waiting for so long. Some people since they were kids. Ruined by someone acting like a child. I just don't get the appeal, personally, of doing that to somebody that, that you care about. Is that panda okay? There's a sleepy panda here. They're just showing it off. Pranks are like unfunny surprises, yeah. Imagine if it's a chocolate cake on a white suit. I have seen that. I've seen some of these videos where people do that. There was one video I saw where this guy, I don't know if he was the groom, I think he might have been the groom, at a wedding, opened up like a bottle of champagne or something, and he like broke it so it started spewing everywhere, and then he knocked over all of the glasses and then just shrugged and then threw the bottle and broke it. It's like, dude, you're not the one who has to clean this up. Like, people are so inconsiderate. They really are. There's a lot of things that a person does that can tell you about who they are and how they value or don't value other people based on, like the little casual things they do that they think don't matter. Free panda, I guess, yeah. Just relaxing in the middle of the park. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the hang gliding. Then I might call it. I do hope that you guys have been enjoying this. I know it's kind of, it's mostly just been me skating or just running around and driving ATVs on the beach and such, but, it has really been a nice little change of pace for me, and, nice to just talk with all of you while not needing to be, like, too invested in like, a story or whatever. Oh my god, there's just an elephant here. Look at that. Okay. Is that rideable? No. No, it is not. Once you leap off with a hang glider, the sky is yours. Now take to the skies and have fun. Sorry, but I can't hide the real me anymore. I've got to come clean. I hope you don't mind if I act like myself. Now come on, hang gliding is about to begin. What is he talking about? I'm afraid I don't understand what he means by that. But sure, please, by all means, do you. Totally, it's a chill time tonight. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Raven, and thank you, Naka. And Augustine. I appreciate it. Who knows, maybe I'll play this a little bit later on in the summer again. It's a nice game to just, like, chat to. Don't really have to think about too much. It's the kind of game that I wish, I don't even think this game has online multiplayer, but I kind of wish that it did and, like, was, like, free to play or something, so we could all just kind of mess around in, like, a sandbox. Kind of surprised there's no, like, free-to-play vacation-type game like this. Climbing and dropping and turning. Okay, so simple. Simple controls. This is true, and you are surprisingly good at yapping in this format. You think so? Thank you. Yeah, honestly, it is kind of a different experience for me, because usually I'm playing, like, story-based things, or more skill-based things. So something that is mainly just messing around like this, I don't think I've ever really done on stream before, if I'm not mistaken. I usually kind of need to be more locked in. But outside of some of these mini-games where they get kind of, like, hectic with, certain requirements, like the pie dodging one before where I couldn't afford to look away. Most of these minigames are very tame, so it's easy to just chat with all of you while I'm still kind of keeping my hands occupied. This minigame is what Superman 64 wanted to be. Welcome in, HB Kelly. Thank you for the first time chat. Yes, I'm over here just playing Go Vacation. It's a minigame collection that is themed around just having a good time and like holiday stuff. Very fun. But it's good to see you. Welcome in. And yeah, I agree.
Come on now.
Welcome back. So how did you like hang gliding? Just give me a call next time you want to fly. Ah yes, we unlocked the snow resort. I was actually wanting to show this one to you guys.
Welcome.
Okay. Superman 64, my beloved. Okay, I'm gonna show you all the snow resort and hang out there for a little bit. Oh look, it's the ghost from Pac-Man. I actually didn't notice that. Let me see if I can turn around and show you. They're on a billboard up there. See them? That is cute. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out at the snow resort for a bit. And then, we'll probably call it. Yeah, the cute thing about this game is that even though it's very summer coded, there is also a snow resort. So this game also actually makes for a good time around like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Welcome back from Jail Sushi. I was just letting everybody know that there's a snow resort and I'm actually going to go there right now because I want you all to see what it looks like. It's very cute. And this game also doubles as a good time to play during the fall and winter too. Is this a race or is it 10-pin bowling? Does it matter? Just get in the snow tube. Look at that. I'm telling you, I keep saying it, but this game is so freaking cute. It's such a brilliant idea.
This way.
Adrian, welcome to the snow resort. Here at the snow resort, we offer skiing, snowboarding, snowmobiling, and even snow tubing. There's so much to do on the slopes. If you ever want to go to the top of the mountain, just take a chairlift or a helicopter. You can find their boarding platforms at the base of the mountain. What is this? Okay. Snowball fight is the first recommended thing. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. It's so misty over here, I have to breathe water in the morning. Still, I'm team cold. Yeah, I'm very much a person that prefers the cold to the heat as well. Alright, actually, hold on. Before we do the mini game, let's see if I can change the color of my, my gear. Oh, that's so cute. Look at the little elf costume. Let's see. And like the fact that every resort has different themed clothing. Again, I'm telling you, they really didn't have to go in as hard as they did with this game, but they did, and I appreciate that. Whenever I see flames on stuff like this, it makes me think of, I don't know how many of you ever watched that show House MD back in the day, with Hugh Laurie. But there was an episode where he had, because the character, he walks with a cane, and there was an episode where he had flames on his cane, and randomly, he just mentions, I have flames on my cane because it makes me look like I move faster. And he says it in such a dry, deadpan way that it made me laugh, and it always stuck with me. And now it's the only thing I can think of when I see things that are decorated with flames. Alright, we're gonna go with that. And for the boots. Oh, I kind of like those. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. Never knew that he was a speedster, that's hilarious, yeah. Yeah, that line always stuck with me.
Come again soon.
He was very good in that role. Oh, we have a lot of options here. Let's go with the snowmobile. I think that's probably the most efficient form of travel here. Oh, yeah. I feel like a snowmobile would be very fun to use as well. I can never get tired of snowball fights. Just too bad my big brother's not here to enjoy it. See, he always complains about the cold, so he's over at the marine resort. But you can always warm up in the snowball fight activity. But I've got a secret. He may act all tough, but he's really just a big crybaby. He hates losing more than anything. Anyway, back to the snowball fight. It's way fun throwing and dodging. You'll get cold if you stand still too long. Someone will put a rock disguise as a snowball. That or there will be a yellow spot on it. That movie, Christmas with the Cranks, if any of you have ever seen it, there's a funny part where there's a man and he's walking away, and then the main character, he's like, one snowball with a little yellow spot just to graze the top of that head of his. Ow. Also, when I think of snowball fights, I always think of the scene in Elf. Gotta make more. Okay, I need to be very careful. I'm down too. I like how you turn into a snowman. Am I down and out? Damn. I think that's the first mini game I didn't win. Let's try it again. I need to take her out first. She's like the best player. Let's make more while we have a chance. Oh, thank God, she's been taken out. Okay. She was the problem. I don't even think this one realizes that they haven't replenished their snowballs. They're just running for their life. Rapid fire snowball fights would be brutal. None would survive. I know, right? That was fun. So I want to share you all something. Hold on. Wasn't that fun? It's always more fun playing with people, so come back again and play some time. Oh yeah, I forgot you could go ice fishing. Dog sled. It's near the entrance to Tiger Fang Slope. Just take lift 7 to get there quickly. So there's actually, like, different things you can do here. Like this right here. This is a chairlift. And legitimately, you could actually sit here and just watch the chairlift go. So you have the option to skip this, of course, and just get to the top of the mountain. But if you really wanted to simulate that vacation experience, you can legitimately just sit here, and it will go the entire distance. And I love that. Because it's such a simple thing. But most games would not even give you this option. Like, it would just be either a abridged cutscene, or it would just skip it. It would be like a, what they call like a rabbit hole in games, where you click something and then you just kind of skip through. But the fact that you even have the option to do this is what makes this such a successful, like, vacation simulator. Because you could just throw some headphones on, listen to music, and just enjoy the zen of this, you know, virtual ski resort here. And each of the different parts of the island all have something like this. So you have the trolley ride in the city. On the beach, I think you have like the seaplane ride or something. And then in the mountain resort, you have the boat. That's awesome. Such a nice touch. I know, right? Yeah, last time I played this, I would just like go for the rides and just let the scenes like play like this and just kind of kick back, and it was so relaxing. Like I feel as though I'm a broken record at this point, but honestly, games that let you just kind of do things at your own pace and really just cut back and relax are so undervalued. There really isn't enough of them. I fucking love the little sky trams, I know. Yeah, look at how cool this is. And the fact that you can actually see, like, there's true distance between, where you start and where you end up. And that can be easy to dismiss when you just skip through it. But we are actually quite far from where I began this. And seeing it all back there in the distance, as well as, like, the rest of the island from this high up, it gives a real sense of place to the locations in this game that you normally wouldn't get. And I find that fascinating because it goes to show that you don't need to have like top of the line graphics to really create an immersive experience. Because this game is cartoony, right? It's cute and it doesn't really... It's not trying to be convincing in its appearance as like realistic. And yet, the commitment to the identity of this island and each of the sectors that you have makes it feel more immersive than a lot of games do. It's hard to explain, but that's the way it feels to me anyway. But yeah, we won't sit through the whole thing. I just wanted to show you all that they do give you this option. I think one of the only things that could improve this would be if you could actually like look from a first-person perspective. Although I can see that that might give some people vertigo. But it would be cool to go into first person and just kind of look around as you are, like, traversing this. But honestly, talking about all of this and playing this really makes me want some indie developer to go all out and make, like, a full-blown multiplayer vacation experience. Because playing something like this with all of you would be so fun. I can only imagine the photo ops possible from this game. Yeah, there's actually dedicated spots where you can take pictures. And let me see if I can show you something. So I skipped the scene there. Map. How do I do this? There's a way to actually change the time of day. I'm not sure how you do it, though. I don't know if I need to unlock it or what. But you can change the time of day, and the resorts actually look very different depending on what time of the day it is. So, like, at night, all of them look really pretty. Or at sunset. Like, they look great during the day, of course, especially, like, the beaches and stuff. But the snow resort at night is probably my favorite. There's a study game I have, kind of like that. Is it the one game, God, what is it called? I saw Mistlock playing it once. It's like Go, right? Or something like that? Is that the one that you're referring to? Yeah, it's called Go, Focus with Your Avatar. Is that the one? Or is it something different? No? Different one? Curious, which one? Trying to look up how to change the time of day. Okay, I need 16 stamps in order to do that. So let's play some games. I want to show you all that, and then I'll stop. This one is a little study with your friends one. If you are able to get the name of it, please send it to me, because I would like to check that out. Because that sounds cute. This is where you can dog sled. In this activity, you're pulled by a trusty dog and race to get the fastest time. The key elements of dog sledding are shifting your balance and understanding your pooch. It'll help a lot on those steep hills. Now, go have fun racing with your canine pal. Doesn't have to hurt your eyes on setting a new record. It's called On Together. Okay, I'll look that up after stream. Because I like the idea of that. I feel like the hand on the hip there that my me was doing was actually channeling my energy for once. Instead of looking freaked out like he normally is for whatever reason. This dog is quite strong. Alright, alright. Okay, we gotta turn. Ah, we did it. I wouldn't personally recommend it unless you like being quiet in a call with people regularly. I'll check it out though, I'll see. Could be something fun to have when you are working on like some kind of group project of sorts. Not that I find myself in that position often, but, you know, could be fun for some, like if there's ever a time where, do like a writing stream and collabing with someone, could be fun. Everyone I love is online. Yeah, I see Mistlock got on, I see Mari's on, I see Callisto is on. Yeah, a lot of people are online right now. How was it? Not as easy as it looks, huh? That's why it's so important to slowly grow to understand your dog, little by little, because you can't rush it.
Okay.
Callisto's ending. Alright, let me see if I can speed through some of these, because, I need 6 more stamps to show you guys what the time of day change looks like. And I would like to show you that real quick, so I'm gonna try to speed through the next set of mini-games. I heard you say Callisto was on and I got scared. Why?
Let's do this.
Alright, I'm not gonna read these, we're just gonna go right to the mini-games. Alright. And one thing I do want to, like, kind of get across is you can see that depending on what resort you're in, the minigames do change pretty drastically. So again, it's very cool that they actually went ahead and thought about what kinds of minigames would be appropriate for what part of the island you're on. Which is, again, something that most developers would not really do. So it's much appreciated. Almost there. And I'm so excited for that Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Honestly, after getting the Code Veronica remake yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Hey, welcome in, Callisto. Thank you for the raid. Hold on, let me give you a shout out. We were just talking about you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat, Nifty Fawn. Hello to you too. I hope you're doing well this evening, or morning, wherever you may be. Yes, welcome in, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Adrian Hallowell. I'm a Cursed Witch VTuber. And today is a little different than my usual streams. This is the beach episode, even if it doesn't look like it on the, on the screen right now. I'm playing Go Vacation. Adrian, I played the most boring game I've played in a long time. I felt so bad. I couldn't rage, I could only be bored. Oh my god. What game did you play? This game is very cute, by the way, Callisto. I think you might like it. Oh my god, Getting Over It. I know exactly what game you're talking about. That game is... It's one of those, meme rage bait games. Yeah. Thanks, hope you're doing well too. Ah yes, the snowy beach, yeah. We were on a beach before, I promise. I do promise that. There is a snowy mountain on this island. And that is where we currently are. I didn't rage at all. I can believe it. There are some games that are just so absurd and, like, designed in a certain way that it's like, even when they're supposed to make you mad, you just end up a little bit more, like... You just end up more frustrated and, like, bored than anything. I'm glad that it didn't make you rage, though. I've seen people crash out over that game a lot. The Getting Over It narrator was preparing me for the background AI voice on Reels. Does it sound like that? Oh yeah, you know what? I don't use Reels, but I've seen some of those videos and I think I know which voice you're talking about. I felt so bad because Augustine requested it, but I couldn't get invested. No, I wanted to rage. You didn't? But your perspective is honestly really refreshing to people who just rage at it. I'll have to go and check out the VOD, because I can honestly imagine that, because yeah. Like, a lot of these games, I mean, they can be fun to watch in terms of, like, seeing how people will get frustrated with them. But a lot of these, like, meme, streamer, rage bait games are very similar. I kind of groan sometimes when I see them. Because they are all kind of trying to do the same thing. But they can, of course, be very fun. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Is the minigame here? No. We need to go up to, I think, lift 5. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a witch in a cage. There we go. I enjoy people learning the game, but unfortunately it didn't mesh well with Callisto. It definitely seems like a game that has a very, and I do mean very steep learning curve. It seems like it would be really fun and rewarding to see people like, you know, get through it, because I have seen some people beat it, and it is very impressive. But I feel like the controls in that game would be rough. Because it's like mouse-based, right? Like you have to angle the mallet or whatever you're holding to like move yourself around. Mostly it hurt my shoulder. I actually got decent at parts of it. Yeah, I need to check it out because I can believe it. Snowmobile tricks. Land as many as you can. Okay. But I continually got worse at the beginning. This is true. You sped through some of those sections. For those of you that don't know, Callisto is very, very gifted at games, from what I can tell, anyway. She is a absolute monster at Super Battle Golf. I think I'm gonna have to run that back. I completely forgot the trick button. For me, it hurts the wrist, but that's usually when I try a hard speed run. Shush, but I'm really bad at mouse and keyboard, so am I. I'm a controller guy all the way. Even when I was a kid, I was never really good at mouse and keyboard. Okay, I think I did it that time. There we go. I would rather be in the rage cage. I can believe that. She was definitely getting better at the game. Oh, yeah. If you ever, I don't know if you've ever seen, her Super Battle Golf streams. Nifty. But she is, impeccable player. To put it mildly. I'm underselling her ability by saying that, honestly. They also called Cuphead a rage game, but I didn't think it was when I played it. I only got to play a little bit of Cuphead. It is actually a game I would like to play on stream at some point. It's definitely tough, but to me it actually just kind of resembles like old school like Super Nintendo games or NES games that were very difficult, but ultimately doable. Like, there are some games that are really hard, but I don't consider them to be rage games. I feel like rage games are ones that are not, like, built for you to have to, like, learn how to, memorize, like, enemy attack patterns and stuff like that, but are rather just made to piss you off. And they're well aware that they're pissing you off. I never really learned controller very well, so Celeste has been... Sorry, jumped. Celeste has been evil for me, I can imagine. Especially because that game does not seem like it takes any prisoners. I have not, but I've seen the game. It looks a lot of fun. Yes, I love Super Battle Golf. I wish I could play it more. It's very fun. I adore Cuphead so much. I need to play through the whole game at some point. I only got through the first 2 levels, but it was because it wasn't my copy of the game. I was playing it with someone else. Wait, Adrian, have I bugged you about Stone Machia yet? No, I don't think you have. Love Cuphead's art direction, so authentic. I know, right? Yeah, me too, Raven. as a massive fan of classic cartoons, Cuphead is incredibly aesthetically pleasing for me. Same with that game Mouse PI I've been playing. I'm very happy to see that there is an effort to channel that era of animation in some games. There was actually a game at the Xbox showcase yesterday that looked exactly like an 80s like anime feature film. It was very, very pretty. Like, it looked like a Studio Ghibli film. It was a like a slice of life type game. I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on that one. I need to jump in a call with you at some point and tell you about my new game obsession. I'd love to hear about it. I haven't even heard of that game, so I need to look that up. I want a Windows or something so bad so I can play anything that's co-op. Oh yeah, I always forget you have a Mac. Oh, Vivarium. Yes, yes, that's the one. Thank you for reminding me of the name. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yesterday was the first time I'd heard of it. I've been really enjoying Stardew with Weeby though. Stardew is such a fun game. Farming games are evergreen. And Stardew Valley just continues to get tons of free updates. So you never really get tired of it. I think the PC version actually has like 16-player multiplayer or something, which is kind of crazy. Augustine, if you have a Mac, you could look into Boot Camp. Should let you run Windows on Mac. I have too many hours on Stardew. Nothing wrong with that. It is a great game. Yeah, I didn't know about the boot camp thing. That could actually be pretty helpful for you, Augustine. 121. Welcome in. Thank you for the adorable emotes. That was a longer minigame than I realized. But we did it.
Welcome.
Alright, let's do the snowmobile race. I think this is the last one before I finally get the time of day change. Oh my god. The physics in this game. Good grief. Okay, there we go. Not yet, thank goodness. I'm such an art nerd that I don't spend as many hours on games as a lot of other people. Yes, I'm sure all of you here actually do know, but for anyone that doesn't know, Augustine is an incredible artist. And has made some very beautiful pieces of fan art for me that I really do cherish. He's also a streamer. drew his own backgrounds and model and everything, and I do suggest giving him a follow. Peak art, yes, indeed. Oh god, I got all turned around. Yeah, depending on what kind of Mac you have, it should be an option to do Windows-only games. That is very useful. Honestly, it's so great that people make programs to do stuff like that. I've never really understood why it is, because I've never actually had a Mac or an iPhone or anything like that. So I am curious about why it's harder to seemingly get games up and running on Macs than it is for PCs. I wish I was good at art. The most I can do is make... Hold on, I have to have to make this turn. 1 second. Okay, now I can read. The most I can do is make a good peach tree and doing like very basic 3D sketching. You are not alone, Nifty. I also cannot, I can't draw to save my life. Sadly. That is a rabbit hole I could fall down. Mac OS is an enigma sometimes. Really? I find that very interesting because I know, like, Macs are usually the preferred, like, workstation of artists and such. And people who do things like make film, etc., right? So it is kind of ironic that they don't seem to be great at playing video games for some reason. I'd definitely be interested to learn more about that.
Okay.
Wait, it said I have 14? Okay, I have to do 2 more mini games. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and take advantage of this. And since I need to play 2 more mini games, I'm gonna show you all the Mountain Resort. This is the last one we haven't looked at yet. I still want that art stream. It wouldn't be any good. Sadly. You might get kind of a bootleg version of it when whenever I get to do a Gartic Phone stream with all of you. Yeah, take a look at this. The Mountain Resort is really pretty too. Look at that. It's like, again, even though the graphics in this game are obviously like not made to look like super realistic or great or anything, there's just there's something to the way it's designed that still makes it very pretty to look at. Hold on, let me change my clothes here. That's why I was gifted a Mac in the first place, but I don't have an art tablet yet, so it does nothing I want for it. From my limited knowledge and understanding, it's a lot of hoops to go through publishing games for Mac. Really? That's also kind of funny because, I know, like, obviously you had the App Store on iOS, which was like the genesis of all like the whole like mobile gaming craze and whatnot. Alright, I like that. But not with these shoes. Yeah, that'll do. Gartic Phone? Yes, I've actually had it in the works for a while now. I've been wanting to do a community day It's just been getting delayed constantly. But I do intend to do a stream where we play Gartic Phone and things like that.
Come again soon.
So hopefully soon. Horsing around, I see. Yeah, we have quite a few options here. We're actually going to go with the off-road car. Yeah, it's part that Apple's rules and regs are super strict, and part that writing software for Apple products is more complicated. Interesting. Yeah, I can definitely believe it. It's just crazy to me because, again, it feels kind of ironic that that would be the case for something that is a preferred device for many artists and stuff. You know, part of me wonders if it's a difference between artists and gamers with how... Oh my god. That person just ran right into me with their horse. Thankfully, I wasn't moving. With how the motor skills of moving your fingers would be very different and the output of muscle memory getting in the way. That is a good question. I can say that, like, playing video games and the reflexes from, like, doing that has actually benefited me when I've played guitar. So, obviously not the same thing as drawing or painting or something like that, but it has aided me with playing guitar. I can say that much. Cute, I want to see the Gartic Phone stream. Yeah, hopefully it'll be soon. Maybe you'll even get the chance to participate if you'd like to, Callisto. I think it helped me play tennis. The gaming reflexes. It's funny you say that as I'm about to play tennis. But I can believe that too. It really helps to sharpen your reaction speed to things. So it actually does make it, I can see how that would be transferable. I don't know how that got by me. What the... What even just happened to me? Alright, there we go. Now we tied it up. I had Garlic Phone with you. Alright. Not bad. Yeah, not quite as refined as Wii Sports Tennis, but it is still fun. And again, just the sheer assortment of minigame choices you have in this game keeps it fun for a long time. Because that's the thing, right? Like with other minigame collections, this probably would have gotten old by now. But you have such a wide variety of minigames in this that there's a novelty to it. Wasn't Garlic Phone the thing Vegeta did in Dragon Ball Z? Oh, you know what I'd love to play with people? Mario Tennis? Okay, are you referring to any of them or like the N64 original? Because I've played the N64 game so much and it is really fun. But my god, is the computer relentless in that game. Any and all, they're so fun, yeah. Something I struggle with is actually that my gross motor skills aren't up to par for my line confidence, so I wind up doing a lot of chicken scratching on my pieces where it doesn't look good. See, that is one of those things that's like very interesting from the perspective of someone who can't draw. because every single piece that I've ever seen you make looks so detailed and professional. Like, I think I've even mentioned it, that even your sketches look far more detailed than other artist sketches I've seen, Augustine. So hearing you say that is, like, completely foreign to me. Though I don't doubt you, because of course you know yourself, you know your body, you know, your range as an artist. Just for somebody like me who has no experience with that kind of thing, it's, like, completely undetectable. Garlic phone. The phone Dracula can't use. Have you played Super Mario Strikers, a soccer one? Yes, I have. And it is a blast. That game is so much fun. I'm not even, like, a soccer fan or anything, and that game is... You could just play that game for hours. So much fun. Why are you all against me having technology? Alright, one more game, and then we unlock the time of day change. I'll show that to you guys, and then we'll find somebody to raid. I do like that the car that they give you to drive here kind of looks like those cars that you can have as a kid. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I just got bounced off an invisible wall. Can I go all the way around this? No, I can't. We gotta go in reverse. Damn, I'm kind of hungry now because of those trees. What are those trees making you want to eat effect, though? I'm curious about what they're giving you a craving for. Alright, here we are. What I'm describing is the main thing that makes drawing emotes and chibi difficult for me. I have a hard time drawing consistent smooth lines, because that requires shoulder and elbow control. Most of my motor skills are focused on my hand. Got it, that makes sense. Understood. Augustine sing Rainbow Connection. Anyone remember the Madagascar movie, The Algae Skewers? I've seen Madagascar. I don't remember that, though. It's been a very long time, though. Sorry about that, I had to mute for a second to clear my throat really hard. throat is very dry right now. Alright, we already made it over the limit we needed, actually. So we've already technically won this, we just need the time to run out. You moved away from the mic to breathe in? Yeah, exactly. The, Tay Zonde special. You know, it's funny that you bring that up. Because there's an infamous stream, I don't know if you've seen the video, of Tay Zonde playing Team Fortress 2. And his audio just keeps infinitely looping. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And he's just not aware of it, and it sounds like there's a million of him. Alright.
Okay.
There we are. And I'm drinking water too, so I don't know why my throat is still dry. But anyway, we got what we were looking for. So we're gonna go back to the ski resort. And then I will show you all what it looks like in the nighttime. Then we will pick a raid target.
Come on.
It's about line confidence. The ability to consistently draw accurate, smooth lines. Different techniques require different skills. Different art styles also have different focus on what is most important, which changes what muscles you use the most. Very interesting. Good lord, the art nerd in me is getting spoiled today. What do you mean? Look at that. See how different it looks? I have no idea what just happened.
Okay.
I heard money. Good horse riding. Now we just need to buff for speed and wait for the Arimakinen. I don't know what just happened. I heard money. Take a look at that view. Isn't that gorgeous? The resort looks so different at night. Look at that. This is what I mean. It gives you a whole different perspective of the way the island looks when you run around it during different times of day. I'm getting to rant about art. It's lovely. Ah, I see. It is nice seeing you talk about it. I love seeing you guys talk in the chat about things you're passionate about. And I end up learning a lot too. Like, I enjoyed the conversation about the Mac and stuff before. Because I didn't know any of that. I do see that somebody subbed to me. It doesn't tell me who, but thank you to whoever did that. I really do appreciate that. I did not mean to hit that poor person. Yeah, I think some of my favorite variations in this game is nighttime on the mountain like this. Sunset on the beach, especially when you do, there's a surfing minigame we didn't get to. That is gorgeous. And then I like sunset on the other mountain that we just came from. This is a biblically accurate version of the Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops mission. It really is. That and the one skiing portion or the snowmobile portion of RE6 in Jake's campaign. Those are the two things that always come to mind for me when I think about snowmobiles and video games. Look at that, and then when you turn around and you go downhill, look at the view. Absolutely beautiful. Just the colors and the distance and everything. I did not mean to bump into that person. Yeah, this game is, in my opinion, very vastly underlooked and underrated as a just fun, relaxing, chill game and a minigame collection. So if you've never heard of Go Vacation before and you have a Switch, I do recommend picking it up. It's a lot more fun than you may realize. And I think a perfect way to end this off is not to crash the snowmobile, but to come over here and take a souvenir photo. Yeah, it really is cool. I enjoy hearing a new perspective and learning different things. Yeah. Alright, let's go with this. That is our souvenir photo of our night on the snowy mountain. I wish there was some way that I could have had like a representative of all of you there. But alright, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the office 1 second. Let me get the music ready. Alrighty. Yes, thank you all for coming today. I know it's been a little while since my last stream, so I do appreciate how many of you turned up. Really, thank you all of you, and those of you who came in with the raid. Those of you that subbed, thank you. I really do appreciate that, and I always love having you here. And anybody new that came around, if you had a good time, please feel free to follow and come back around, because I'd like to have you. Also, would this be on the Switch too? I never got a Switch, so I decided to get a Switch too. Recently, been having fun with Mario Kart World and Tomodachi Life. Yes, I'm actually playing it on the Switch too. This is a Switch 1 game, but the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, so you can enjoy it. So, Nifty, if you're interested in this game, you can purchase it and play it on your Switch 2 with no issues. Honestly, I'm finding the load times faster on the Switch 2, so there is some benefits to it. Totally, thanks for the stream tonight. Thank you for coming, Raven. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, if you don't follow Midnight Raven, please do give them a follow. Cannot recommend their streams enough. Yes, please do. How was your vacation? It was pretty good. I honestly kind of needed this. I really did. But let me see who we can, let's see who we can raid into. Who is on mine? Yeah, might give it a go. Thanks, and had a lot of fun watching the stream. I really appreciate that. I had fun chatting with you, Nifty. Thank you. One of my favorite things about doing this is seeing new individuals pop in and chat for the first time and then having a great conversation. So thank you. We've got a lot of choices tonight. Truly, it does seem like everybody is on. I think Akira might be the only person in my typical circle that is not online. I pray to the void that you get some rest. Thank you, Effecto. I will do my best. No promises, but I will try. Thanks for the day off today. Thank you for showing up, Naka. I really do appreciate that. Callisto was just here, but it says she's streaming again? She's playing Bad End Theater. Sushi's on. Mistlock is on. Yeah, I was confused on that too. I know, right? It's like she was just here and then not. Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and... God, I'm always so conflicted when I have, so many choices for raid targets. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Would you prefer to be left with something, cozy to match this vibe, or do you want something a little bit more on the dark side? What do you think? And that'll help me make my decision here. Cozy? Alrighty, cozy it is. We are gonna go ahead and raid into Mistlock then. She's playing something called Moonlight Peaks. And at least from what I see here, it looks like a cozy game. So we're gonna do that. For those of you that do not know, of course you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but our raid message is Hallie Raid, with whatever emotes you want to use. And that is how we will greet Mistlock. So please go show her some support. Follow if you don't support her already. She's a great VTuber, very funny, and definitely very relaxing. So I will leave you in her care. And once again, I just want to say I really do appreciate all of you for being here. Like I said, I really did need this, and it was fun hanging out with all of you in this this little pseudo vacation we had. So I hope you enjoyed the beach episode today. Next time I will probably be back to, you know, the regular stuff. We're very close to ending Mouse PI, I believe. So I'll probably finish that next stream so we can clear up that slot and then figure out what game will take its place. Thank you for the head pats, Naka. But yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and start this raid. Please take care of yourselves, get something to eat if you haven't, get some rest, and I will be seeing all of you in the next one. Until then, as always, stay spellbound.